Hi everyone, it's great to see you. We are inside today because it is really raining outside. Although Pickle did want a walk out on the deck in the rain and seemed quite happy, I was not quite as happy and am very content to stay inside. A week ago, we got to go to Russell's Garden Center, and they have a wonderful selection of fairy garden-sized plants and indoor plants. And we picked up a whole bunch of interesting things that we're going to plant up in this small container here. Now, this container does have a drainage hole in the bottom, so of course you want to select something with a drainage hole. And we're just going to make this as interesting as we can. And right away, it looks like the cats are finding these very interesting. Now, none of these are so toxic it's like cat keels over if they nibble them. There are a couple that will cause stomach upset. Fortunately, not the one that Pickle is currently chewing on, and I'll tell you about those as we go along. But we do try to be aware of what we put, and this planter will be out of reach. Not to say that the cats can't make it in their reach, but we're gonna try the best we can. Okay, this looks pretty good. There we go. Oh, excellent. So, what I have here is just some general potting mix that I keep inside for my indoor plants here. And I'm going to fold it down so that the cats don't decide to knock it over in the middle of everything. Let me tell you what we have here. So this is my lemon cypress tree. It's one that I've had for about a year now. I had it outside, and these will not survive the winter outside, so I need to overwinter them somewhere. So I just thought, oh, this is a good one to bring inside here. And I'm thinking I'm gonna put it right about here. Perfect. Yeah, what do you think, Pickle? Is that like so interesting, isn't it? Yeah, would you want to stand there so nobody on the film can see what's going on? Yes. There we go. We'll scooch over here around Pickle because we wouldn't want to upset where Pickle was sitting. Now, this is one of my favorites. This is an Irish green moss. Irish green moss is safe for cats also. So the lemon cypress tree, the Irish green moss. So I'm gonna put this right towards the edge over here because my guess is, it'll make it very accessible to the cats. I always want the things that I'm okay with them nibbling to be right towards the edge. And this one, don't you just love this? So this is the one that Pickle, look. Yeah, this is the one you were nibbling. This is fiber optic grass, and it gets these little tiny seed heads at the bottom, which look really, really cool. Doesn't that look so cool? Yeah, it's so cool. So another safe one for the cats to nibble, and I'm just sort of going to plant these about a third away from each other because they're the same color. So it sort of drapes over here. It looks like a cat toy. And I think, yes. Oh, take your time, yes. Could you move over there? Perfect, there we go, okay. It just drapes over the edge like a good cat toy would to sort of entice them. Yes, there we go. So then I wanted to pick up, oh yeah, and Pickle has found the other plant that is really perfect for him to nibble. This is a Moon Valley Pilea. I don't know if I said that right or not. Also safe for your cats. It has kind of a weird texture, but it's completely non-toxic, and you know, it'll be fine. Now I say completely non-toxic. They eat enough of anything, their tummies are not gonna be happy. The three that you really don't want nibbling too much is this is a Rex begonia. The real toxic part of this is the root. And they'd have to eat quite a bit of it. I might put it in, I might not. I love the color. It is just beautiful. Rex begonias can live a long time, so that's a possibility. This I thought was going to be safe for the cats. This is an eyelash fern, which it sure does look like eyelashes. Most ferns are fine for your cats. And I thought, okay, we're good with this. And wouldn't you know, an eyelash fern is more like an asparagus fern, not the best for your pets. And then I have a coleus. So coleus, you know, I grow a ton of. Isn't this adorable? The color is beautiful. The petite size makes it perfect for a planter like this. And honestly, I do not have any trouble with them touching the coleus that I've had in the past. I think it's kind of like the bunny rabbits outside. Like they know it's not good for you and they go with it and don't bother it. So I was thinking maybe I'd put this in the center so they had things if they did be naughty cats, become naughty cats. They're not naughty at all. If they were overly curious and they got in here, at least they'd have the things on the outside to nibble first. So I'm going to take the coleus out because this color is just gorgeous. And we're having cool weather now, so my outside coleus are pretty much looking a little sad here, and pretty soon I'm going to pull them out. I did take cuttings one year, but I prefer just to start from seeds, and that works out well. But this, oh, look at this. Isn't that just so cute so far with that in the center? That is adorable. Okay, we're gonna spread that out. And then let's take, I think this is supposed to be like craters in the moon, hence the name Moon Valley. I think I'm gonna tuck this in between. I'm gonna move these over a little bit. Sometimes with these planters, you do sort of have to wiggle things around until it's just right for you. Oh yeah, this is so cute. Really cute. Now this one it was getting really tall. I broke it off like I do with coleus so that it gets fuller and sends out more side shoots, and it looks like it liked that. So it's short at the moment, but it will put on some height. Oh my goodness, this is just adorable. I really do want to put the Rex begonia in. I think I'm going to. We'll just put it somewhere a little safer away from the cats. Okay, there we go. Oh, so pretty. So let me do a little turnaround. I'm gonna save this for somewhere else because that to me looks like a grass and it would be too tempting for the cats. Although they were good to just go for the ones. Let's do a little spin, show off the planter. I do like this red foliage of the begonia peeking out. Oh, this is so cute. Just these different textures alone make me feel better about being inside for the winter. So if you're like me, I am not a houseplant person, I have to admit. However, whatever it takes to get me through until the next gardening season, and sometimes that means I do give it a try with the indoor plants. I think this is going to be adorable and just keep me going. Now, you might be thinking, ooh, this little lemon cypress tree, did I call it lemon coral sedum? It's a little lemon cypress tree. This little lemon cypress tree being outside, I brought it in. Sometimes you can bring in especially fungus gnats or some type of eggs in the dirt. Now, I pulled it out, I rinsed the roots out well, but what you can do is you can mix 1-to-3 ratio of hydrogen peroxide and water this, and that will kill any fungus gnat eggs that are in there if you're afraid of bringing in something like that. So I'm going to do that. I'm actually going to give all of it a little bit of that, and it won't affect the plants, and it'll just make sure there's nothing harbored in that soil right there, and that should get us through. Hopefully, you know, I always end up with fungus gnats in the indoor plants. So that's sort of a safe thing to do to make sure you keep that in control. I love this fiber optic grass. I got some dirt in it, but boy, that is just so cute. So as we're inside on this rainy day, hopefully you're not getting quite as much rain as we are. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.